Coca-Cola, one of the leading non-alcoholic beverage companies in Africa, is at the summit to not only honor, but to also support achievements of women in Africa. And I'm joined by Patricia Obozua, who is the Vice President for Public Affairs at Coca-Cola. And she's here to talk to me through some of the messages they hope to drive here at the summit. Patricia, thank you so much for your time. You say you aspire to be 50% women-led globally by 2030. Is this plan already in motion? And if so, talk us through some of the progress that you've made so far.
Well, thanks for the question. The plan is absolutely in motion. When you make that kind of commitment at a very high level, then it's down to the different local companies to bring that to life. And I can tell you, to the extent that we in Africa have participated in this, we're actually blazing the trail. So we are right now 55% women-led. Our extended leadership team is 55% women. And our total workforce is about the same figure, about 54% women. So we know that we have a pipeline of women that will continue to come into leadership. And obviously, this doesn't happen by accident. You have to be intentional to bring about that kind of results.
And what are some of the platforms you have created in your company in order to support your goal of unlocking economic opportunities for women across Africa and beyond?
We have several programs. Like one I would mention is a program called 5x20 that actually closed in 2020. And on that one, our target globally was to economically empower 5 million women by 2020. And we exceeded that target globally by empowering 6 million women. And what do you know? 2 million of those women were from Africa, which is something that makes me very proud to work for this company. And well, maybe another one to mention is what we launched last year called Jamii Femme. So that's a partnership with the Coca-Cola Foundation and an organization called Women in Africa to empower 20,000 women and really provide very targeted and focused programs around networking, around helping with digital skills, and in actually doing boot camps with these women. The idea is to reach 20,000 women across 10 countries, directly, but also indirectly through these women to reach a further 60,000 women.
So the impact on communities is clearly evident in one of the initiatives that you just mentioned now, the 5x20. But why is it important why is women empowerment rather important for your business?
For Africa specifically, it's obvious that empowering women and youth is what's going to help bring about a prosperous future. It's not, I don't want us to see gender equity as a moral imperative. It's actually an economic necessity. When women have more opportunities and are exposed to more access to resources, they can really drive innovation, create jobs, and create economic growth. So really investing in women's potential is investing in a prosperous and sustainable future for Africa. I don't know what more to say about that, but you can't leave half the population out of things and expect to flourish in the same way you would if you had 100%.
Oh, awesome. And just lastly, Patricia, what is the message you hope to drive home for all the females in attendance here at the Forbes Woman Africa Leading Women Summit?
Well, one thing, first of all, is that let's not treat gender equity as a trend. It's a movement. Let's build a future where gender doesn't determine potential. And for women everywhere, we have our role to play. We can't wait for it to come to us. We have to take action, otherwise it continues to be a conversation that we have this year and the next. We need to be able to act where we have the power to and speak where we want others who have the power to act on our behalf.
Great, thank you so much. Well, that was Patricia Obozua, who is the Vice President for Public Affairs at Coca-Cola. And as you've heard, she says you cannot expect to thrive if you are going to exclude women in your business.